Hi, uh, this is Vinay from T2Win. I've been working on FlutterFlow since 3 months now. Found it really great for developing mobile first apps. I've been a Bubble fan since past many years. I run a couple of projects in Bubble though, but I found FlutterFlow is great to develop mobile first apps. There are so many advantages of developing an app with FlutterFlow, especially if you are in India. So, I would like to share my experience by making multiple sessions on designing with FlutterFlow. I'm planning to restrict each session for 30 minutes because I'm building track to win as well. So, I'm going to pick up an existing app and try to make a clone for our learning purpose. So, let's start. So, I'm in FlutterFlow screen. Okay. Now, let us start by creating a project. But before that, we need to decide which project we are going to clone. So I have kept it ready. So if I go to this tab, so if you know mobile.com, so I picked up Expedia as a learning app. So here, mobile offers you a complete section of screens, like from start to end. It offers you all the screens so that it becomes easier for you if you are trying to learn something and trying to clone an app. So this will be really helpful. So I recommend this website if you are in a learning stage of no code. So probably you might explore this with Flutterflow or Bubble. Both are fine. But for mobile first, I prefer to go with Flutterflow. So so let's start. I'm going to start with first onboarding screen. So if I click on onboarding, this will get expanded. Now, this would be the welcome screen. And if you see this, the actions are highlighted with this border so that we know that there is some action attached to this text or a button or anything. So let's start. Go to FlutterFlow. I'm going to create a new project. I'll name this as Expedia clone, and I'll select a blank. Okay, and remove this. Let us skip this for now. So we are not going to set up any Firebase or Superbase. See, I personally prefer the backend would be Superbase because it is SQL based. If you are comfortable using SQL, you'd see, I mean, a lot of similarity uh, in Superbase. So I, it has become easy for me because I was using Bubble backend from last 5 to 6 years. So Bubble backend is also an SQL. So it has become easier for me to. It doesn't take too much time to understand how the Superbase work. So that's one good point or plus point if you are coming from Bubble and start designing in FlutterFlow with Superbase as backend. Okay, so now let me reduce this. So you can see like this is the home screen of the the FlutterFlow. So this I don't think I should explain all this because these are all elements. These are all elements like in FlutterFlow it is called as widget, but in Bubble these are all called as elements. So Bubble, if you compare Bubble with FlutterFlow, Bubble is more sort of a Lego model than FlutterFlow. FlutterFlow is totally organized. So you cannot play around with it as you like. But Bubble offers you that space. You can play around like anything in Bubble. So that flexibility, that Lego model is little missing here in FlutterFlow. That's what I felt, because maybe this is the influence of using Bubble for so many years and coming to a structured model might be true. But yeah, let's start adding some elements here. So there is an element already present in this page. You can see as you highlight, you will see the label for each element which is already there on the page. So let's go to this widget tree, and you have this home page. Basically, this is called as scaffold. Scaffold means it's a canvas on which you can start adding elements and start designing. So I don't need a column this element right now. Uh, let's remove this app bar. So my page is now clean. There are no elements in it except a column. So I will start adding elements. This is very much easier. You will find it very much easier. You should, I mean, you need not go back to this UI builder or widget tree every time and search here and come back and drag and drop here. So the easiest way is you stay where you are in the page. Just click on this add button. So let me add a stack. So I'm stacking, I'm adding container. So the width, the height, let me make it 100%, 100% width. So this container is now on the entire page. So let me change the background. So I need to pick up the background color of this Expedia. So how should I do that? So I'll go back to this Expedia page. I have installed a small Chrome extension. This is the color picker. So I'll pick the color code from this. So I got this color. I'll go back to FlutterFlow, use color. So I got the Expedia color. Now I'll go back to this screenshot where I have Expedia logo in the middle. So what I'll do is I'll go to Expedia website. So I need to pick up this logo. What I'll do is I'll right click on this Expedia logo and click on inspect. So here's the URL. Click on this and get the URL. Just copy it and add an image, right? So it would be, so image, I'm going to paste the URL here, and it would be, I will keep it like 320, it would be 240. Okay, where this is gone. So contain, I'm going to send it image under this. So I should be getting this image. So this image is already there, but I don't know, for some reason this is not coming out as expected. So let me remove the background color, clear color. So yeah, here it is. So let me make it 100 by 100. So it's too big actually. Okay. So let me make it 50 by 50, not 50. Let's make it 1. Let me take pixel 80 pixel 20. I think I need to try with 60, 40. Right. So here's the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background. So this is white background, but I picked up a wrong image in fact. So no problem. So let's keep the background white because we need to show the image. All right. So this is it. So this is a welcome screen. I'll just rename this. We need to just double click on this. Welcome. Okay. Now see, this is the page selector where all your pages are placed. So you can search for the page here and you can add pages, new page. Okay, so let me add a new page. What is the next page here? Okay, next page is getting started. So this page has one text element, two, three, and one image. So there are three text elements and one image. So all these are stacked in a column. Okay, so now let me take a blank page and say getting started. So again, I will go back to this widget tree and remove the app bar. In the column, I'll add a row. I'll add another row. Let me add another row. So in the first row, I'm going to add a text element and my row would be right aligned. And I'm going to wrap this in a column so that I will get some space for padding. So I'm going to give a padding of 40 pixels. Here I'm going to make this get started. And for this column, I will give a 20 pixel padding. And I'll change color of this to blue. Okay, next is adding an image. So let me add an image. This will be the center. Next row will be another text block. So I'm going to add a top margin of 40. For this, I'm going to add a top margin of 80. Let's add 100. So this row, let me make it center. Select this text. Increase the font size to 32. Not 32, let's make it 24. And that extra bold, more rewarding. Travel. Rewarding. Travel. Okay, now the font is different here. If you look at the font, it is totally different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to styles and on this typography. Here the primary font and secondary font are different. So I'll select this primary font as the letter. This is my favorite font. Secondary also enter. So when I go back to this page, so my font style is changed. Now I'll add another row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this font to 12 and this to 500. Start typing the same thing. Save. See, I'm using columns and rows here to stack the elements inside these rows and columns. So basically, this column and rows are called as containers. These act as containers, and also uh, if you notice this has small rectangular boxes for column and row. That means these can be made scrollable. So a row can be scrollable horizontally, a column can be scrollable vertically, or vice versa. So let me type this, save instantly on thousands of hotels with member prices and earn rewards to use on future trips. So this, okay, now this text need to be wrapped. So what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll select this flex option so that it doesn't overflow outside your screen or container or a row, whatever. So let me make this center align and let me add some padding to left and right. Now that, see what is the space? I think it is not 40, it is 20 and image height I will make 320, right? So that it looks more or less similar. And the background color, I'm going to clear it so that it looks neat and clean. White. I'm going to use a primary color. Getting started. So let me explore this. What color code is this? Let me check. Again, I'll pick up the color folder. Let me try with this. ACF. So let me make it a little darker. Let me increase the weight. Okay. Perfect. I think now this looks perfect. Since we don't have this image, I'm going to continue with the same image for whatever we have. So probably the radius of this image can be 12. Okay, right. So when next page would be when user clicks on this get started, it will redirect to this sign in page. So this is essentially not a page. If you look at this, uh, this is basically a bottom sheet which is called in FlutterFlow. So when a user click on get started, a bottom sheet will pop up from the bottom to top. So how to design a bottom sheet in FlutterFlow? It's pretty simple, as it is as similar as designing on a page, but instead what you are going to do is you are going to create a component and add all these elements inside the component. And when you write an action, uh, say when a user clicks on this get started, so you are going to write an action to pop up this bottom sheet. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go back to FlutterFlow and come back to this page selector. If you see this new component button, a little purple button, a diamond, click on this diamond and click on create blank. There are many components which are available. So if you go back to this go to this bottom sheet, you'll find so many pre-designed bottom sheets available for you. If anything is suitable, if you find anything suitable for you, you can choose obviously from this. But since this is a custom app which we are generating, so I'm going to use create blank. So blank component I'm going to create. So I'm going to name this as sign in, create component, and I'm going to make this of a size with iPhone 13, right? Go back to this, add a container, same thing, make it width 100%, height 100%, so that your background is neat and clean. Add a column, go back to this sheet, okay. We need to add a row, add an icon, right? So let me add padding to this column. 20. This is add a close button. Change the color to this. Maybe it will be too light. Let me darken this a little bit. Okay, now in this column, add a divider, divider, divider thickness will be this. Secondary color. Okay, let's make it little transparent, 20%, but still okay. Now let me remove this carding so that this line extends itself till the end. So I'm going to remove this band. Okay, now if you go back to this center visibly. So let me do one thing. Let me add candles here. It's here so that it is centered exactly. Okay. So what I did is I've added a column, I've added a container first and expanded it with a width of 100% and height of 100% so that it covers the entire component. And then I have added a column because I need to stack the elements next to each other. Okay. And I've added one more row. Under row, I have added a icon, close icon, and then I've added a divider so that it looks similar. So this divider will extend itself from start to end of the screen. Okay. Next one, sign in. So again, I'm going to add a row, and 20 pixel. No, actually, I will have 40 on the top, and a text, sign in. So make it 800, font size 32, right? Not 32, let's make it 24, and it will be 700. Okay, next book your entire trip in one place. So let me another row, but this time 0. Sorry, so here I will add it. Let's keep it 20. Exactly. And here I'm having matrix charm. Let's say, let's keep it 20. Yeah. What's happening? Mm, and this coming to this row, and coming to I am not something is wrong with this or